And we're now going to recognize the national award winners for the Quad A awards for this year. So I'd ask that the branch chief, General Bill Gaylor, the Chief Warrant Officer of the branch, Joe Rowland, and our branch Command Sergeant Major Greg Chambers, would you join us on the stage for the awards presentations?
As in previous years, we will be presenting all of our national level awards at one time, beginning with the individual awards and then moving to the unit awards. The award citations for each of these outstanding individuals and units are contained in the current issue of Army Aviation magazine that you received when you picked up your badges and are also displayed on the kiosk outside the entry doors to this hall. The first award this morning is the Joseph P. Cribbins Department of the Army Civilian of the Year Award. Named in honor of its first recipient, a horse cavalryman and the recognized father of Army aviation logistics, this award was established in 1976 and is sponsored by the Boeing Company. It is presented to the Department of the Army civilian who has made an outstanding contribution to Army aviation in the previous calendar year. This year, the award is presented to Mr. Stephen D. Blasey, Director of the Aviation Maintenance Support Office, U.S. Army Special Operations Aviation Command, Airborne.
General Sinclair and members of Quad A, thank you for what you do and what you do every day for aviation. It's pretty impressive. Commanders, past and present, can't thank you enough. I got the best job in the Army. You empowered maintenance and sustainment in our organization and brought readiness to highest priority. Industry and government partners, thank you for what you do. You take our wild ideas and you turn them into reality for us every day. It's amazing. AMSO team that's here today, most of you are here today, you understand very clearly that aviation is a team event. You are the magic that happens when the rotors aren't turning. And you're absolutely why I'm standing here today. Thank you for what you do every day. And last, my wife, my young Army son, and my daughter, you're amazing. People talk about marrying up. I've familied up. They are just awesome, and I love you very much. Thank you.
The next award this morning is the James H. McClellan Aviation Safety Award, sponsored by General Electric Aviation in memory of James H. McClellan, a former Army aviator who was killed in a civil aviation accident in 1958. The award is presented annually to a person who has made an outstanding individual contribution to Army aviation safety in the previous calendar year. This award will be co-presented by Colonel James Donovan, the Deputy Commander of the U.S. Army Combat Readiness Center. This year, the McClellan Award goes to Chief Warrant Officer 4, Shannon T. Wooten, 1st Battalion, 1st Aviation Regiment, Combat Aviation Brigade, 1st Infantry Division, Task Force Gunfighters.
Humbling experience here. Thank you, Quad A, GE. Wouldn't be here without my beautiful wife, Dana, and the tremendous leadership, Colonel Srlik, Colonel Habab. Thank you.
Our next award this morning is the Aviation Soldier of the Year Award, sponsored by Bell Helicopter Textron. It is presented to the enlisted soldier, E4 and below, serving in an Army aviation assignment who has made an outstanding individual contribution to Army aviation. The Army Aviation Association of America's Soldier of the Year is Specialist Chelis R. Denham Lucero, Company C, 3rd Battalion, 1st Aviation Regiment, Combat Aviation Brigade, 1st Infantry Division.
Good morning. I'm Chelis Denham Lucero, and I am a Big Red One soldier. I'm truly grateful for the Quad A organization in presenting me with this award, so thank you. Thank you, everyone. To my chain of command who pushed me even when I didn't want to be pushed, thank you so much. I couldn't have asked for a better chain of command to serve under. To my parents who are in attendance today, thank you. Thank you for supporting me, and God knows I wouldn't be here without you.
Our next award this morning is the Army Aviation Association's Henry Q. Dunn Crew Chief of the Year Award. Sergeant Major Dunn was the first crew chief for the Presidential Flight Detachment that was initially established during the Eisenhower administration. This award is being sponsored by Robertson Fuel Systems. The Army Aviation Association of America's Crew Chief of the Year is Sergeant Brent S. Uchiyama, Company A, 1st Battalion, 1st Aviation Regiment, Combat Aviation Brigade, 1st Infantry Division.
Sergeant Uchiyama, I'm a Big Red One soldier as well. Thank the Quad A, Robertson Fuel, for the sponsor, for the award. Thank my wife for supporting me for the countless hours that I've done the job, and the gunfighters, chain of command, and Alpha Company Rebels, and all the soldiers too as well. I wouldn't be here without those guys. Those guys are the ones that make me. So. Thank you. Cool.
The next award this morning was established in 2002 to give greater recognition to our enlisted ranks by retaining our traditional Soldier of the Year award and adding the Non-Commissioned Officer of the Year. The 2008, the award was renamed in tribute to Medal of Honor recipient and Army Aviation Hall of Fame inductee, Sergeant First Class Rodney J.T. Yano. This award is being sponsored by Lockheed Martin Corporation. The Quad A Rodney J.T. Yano NCO of the Year is Staff Sergeant Dustin P. Harden, 3rd Battalion, 1st Aviation Regiment, Combat Aviation Brigade, 1st Infantry Division.
Staff Sergeant Dustin Arden. I'm a Big Red 1 soldier as well. I would like to thank Quad A. This is very amazing. And I'd like to thank Lockheed Martin for the support. My loving wife, Sarah, down there taking pictures. Thank you for putting up with all my nonsense. And my chain of command, Colonel Cyrillic, Sergeant Major Q, Colonel Hab, and Sergeant Major Winton. And thank you for giving me the opportunity. Ghost Riders lead the way. Thank you.
The next individual award to be presented today is the Michael J. Novosel Army Aviator of the Year Award, sponsored by Sikorsky Aircraft. This award is named for Medal of Honor recipient and Master Army Aviator, Chief Warrant Officer 4, Mike Novosel. This year's recipient is Chief Warrant Officer 3 Promotable, Andrew J. Sorensen, Company B, 4th Battalion, 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment, Airborne.
First off, before I forget, I absolutely want to thank my wife. Without her support, I obviously wouldn't be where I am today in my military career. In the early morning hours of 1st April 2003, then as a staff sergeant, I was a Bradley commander of the lead track of Charlie Company 27 Infantry attached to 369 Armor. We were positioned south of the Kabbalah Gap. We were the spearhead for the 1st Raider Brigade and 3rd ID. Our task that day was to fight through the Kabbalah Gap and push towards Baghdad International Airport. As we cleared Karbala, I specifically remember our company moving in a column formation well out in front of the rest of the maneuver force. I honestly felt vulnerable, and we were alone when a net call came over from our company commander that we had a flight of AH-64s providing security and to help keep us aware of what we were getting into. I then saw the flight of the 64s pass by the right side of the column with the lead ship nice and low. As he passed, I remember the feeling of being invincible and nothing could stop us. That feeling of security and military might the Apache brought to the fight is something I've kept with me to this day as my career as an Army aviator, which has caused me to constantly ask myself the following question: is what I'm doing in the best interest of the ground force? That is a metric I use to judge my actions and decisions. I'm extremely humbled to be nominated for this award, let alone receive it. I have the honor of serving in an organization that is filled with aviators that are just as deserving, if not more than I, for the reward. To the entire ARSOA chain of command, thank you for the opportunity, trust, and privilege to serve in an organization that truly exists to serve our elite ground forces, for without them, we would serve no purpose. I serve with the memory and pride of those who've gone before me, for they love to fight, fought to win, and rather die than quit. Night Stalkers don't quit.
The Robert M. Leich Award is the last individual award this morning. It is sponsored by Northrop Grumman Corporation and honors the memory of an aviator from the Army's initial pilot training course in June of 1942 and who served as our association's first national president. The award is given to a unit or an individual for sustained contributions to Army aviation or for a unique one-time outstanding performance. Co-presenting this award this morning is Brigadier General Scott Morcom, the Commanding General of the U.S. Army Reserve Aviation Command. The 2016 Robert M. Leich Award winner is First Lieutenant Jamie K. Beaver, Company B, 5th Battalion, 159th Aviation Regiment, Task Force Nightmare.
Good morning. I am truly humbled and honored to be here in front of you today. I'd first like to thank Quad A. This is an amazing opportunity, and I'm very thankful for being here. Most importantly, I'd like to thank my beautiful wife, Shelby. I think she's somewhere down here. Can't really see. But she is my support system, and I wouldn't be here today without her. And lastly, on the night of 18 June 2016, I was not alone in that CH-47. The combat crew is comprised of 5 soldiers. So I'd like to recognize CW3 Derek Nelson, Sergeant Chelsea Rohr, Sergeant Michael Lamb, and Specialist Zachary Brandon, as they were my crew that night, and they came back with me. So thank you, and I really appreciate it.
The first unit award this morning is the U.S. Army Reserve Aviation Unit of the Year. Established in 1985, it was presented for the first time during the 1986 convention. This award is sponsored by the Honeywell Corporation and is presented to the reserve unit, battalion, and below that has made an outstanding contribution to or innovation in the employment of Army aviation over and above the normal mission assigned to that unit. General Morcom will remain and co-present this award as well. This year's winning U.S. Army Reserve Aviation Unit of the Year is 5th Battalion, 159th Aviation Regiment, 244th Expeditionary Combat Aviation Brigade. Accepting the award is the unit commander, Lieutenant Colonel Stephen W. Ladd, and Senior Non-Commissioned Officer, Command Sergeant Major Mark E. Dehart.
Well, first of all, before I forget, I'd like to thank our command team spouses, Michelle and Lisa. Once again, you're out there. I know you're out there. I can't see you there. I'd like to thank you for being there through all the TDYs as the 5th Battalion Command Team has traveled around to see our citizen soldiers. Thank you for your support. Quad A, thank you for this amazing opportunity, as well as the Honeywell Corporation for sponsoring this award. And I'd also like to thank all of our other industry team members that employ a lot of our citizen soldiers who work with you and then come and in their off time to be Army reservists. On behalf of the over 1,000 citizen soldiers of 5th Battalion, 159th Dragon Masters, CSM Dehart and myself are humbled to accept this award on their behalf. It's truly been a humbling experience and an honor to be a part of their team. In 2015, the 5th Battalion had an amazing year. We supported our citizens by firefighting, providing search and rescue operations. We supported 4 named exercises and provided aviation support to conventional and special operations forces. Most importantly, and what I'm most proud of, we sent our medium lift and medevac capability to our ground forces on the ground in Afghanistan and Kosovo, providing those soldiers on the ground amazing aviation support. Thank you.
Our next award this morning is the John J. Stanko Jr. Army National Guard Aviation Unit of the Year Award. This award was also established in 1985 and presented at the 86 Quad A Convention. In late 2010, your National Executive Board renamed this award for the acknowledged father of Army National Guard Aviation, Colonel Retired John J. Stanko Jr. This award is also sponsored by the Honeywell Corporation and recognizes outstanding unit accomplishments within the Army National Guard for organizations battalion-sized and below. This award is being co-presented by the U.S. Army Aviation Center of Excellence Deputy Commanding General for Army National Guard, Brigadier General Timothy E. Gowan. The John J. Stanko Army National Guard Unit of the Year is Company B, 2nd Battalion, 211th Aviation Regiment, Iowa Army National Guard. Receiving the award are Captain Christopher D. Gerke, Unit Commander, and Senior Non-Commissioned Officers Sergeant First Class Lane E. Marty.
Good morning. Sergeant First Class Marty and I are extremely proud to be receiving this award today. We'd like to dedicate this award to the soldiers and families of Bravo Company, 2nd to 211th. Without the dedication and selfless service of our soldiers, we couldn't have achieved the success with which we attained. And without the loving support of our families, we couldn't have accomplished the mission. So thank you for this. This is an honor, and all night long.
The association's newest unit award is its Active Army Aviation Unit Award for active battalion and below units. The award was established in 2006 and is sponsored by L3 Technologies. 2nd Battalion, 1st Aviation Regiment, Task Force Fighting Eagles, Combat Aviation Brigade, 1st Infantry Division is the 2016 Active Aviation Unit of the Year. Accepting the award for the unit is its commander, Lieutenant Colonel Jacob Dugas, and Command Sergeant Major Dwight N. Evans, Jr., the unit's senior NCO.
Teammates, good morning. My name is Jake Dugas, and I'm a Big Red One soldier. On behalf of all the soldiers of Task Force Fighting Eagles and 2-1 Aviation, Command Sergeant Major Evans and I humbly accept this award. To receive this award during the diamond anniversary of Army Aviation, as well as the 100th year anniversary of the 1st Infantry Division, is truly an honor. I'd like to thank my fellow commanders for being consummate professionals, and it's been a privilege serving with you. Quad A, of course, this week for being fantastic hosts, and of course all the soldiers of Task Force Fighting Eagles, which about 12 days ago, the last soldier from our task force safely returned home to Fort Riley, Kansas from Afghanistan. Because without their commitment, bravery, and dedication, this would not be possible. Duty first, thank you.
The association's oldest unit award is its Outstanding Aviation Unit Award for U.S. Army units regardless of component or size. The award was established in 1959 and is sponsored by the Boeing Company. It recognizes an outstanding contribution to or innovation in the employment of Army aviation, and it has been awarded to aviation units who have served in every corner of the globe. The Combat Aviation Brigade, 1st Infantry Division, Task Force Victory, has been selected as the 2016 Outstanding Aviation Unit of the Year. Accepting the award for the unit is the commander, Colonel John M. Cyrillic, Command Warrant Officer, Chief Warrant Officer 5, Sam R. Baker, and Command Sergeant Major Rok R. Kitsotso, the Senior NCO.
Thank you, Lisa, Pam, and all the other families of the Big Red One, Combat Aviation Brigade, first and foremost, for the support. I'd like to thank Quad A for supporting our soldiers and families for 60 years. The Boeing Company for sponsoring this award and providing us with the world's best equipment. Most importantly, the teammates from the 3rd, 4th, 10th, and 16th Combat Aviation Brigades, along with the U.S. Army Reserve and National Guard soldiers from Colorado, Iowa, Minnesota, Virginia, Kentucky, that comprised our task force. It was truly a multi-compo and team effort, which is why we submitted ourselves as Task Force Victory this year. For 100 years, Big Red One soldiers have been brave, responsible, and on point, and fighting and winning. And 2016 has been no exception. No mission too difficult, no sacrifice too great, duty first.
You know, as the presenters sit down, remember when we think about it, a lot of these awardees for 1st Infantry Division just returned home a week to 2 weeks ago. So we greatly, greatly appreciate that. And as we've been saying throughout the morning, it's not just about those soldiers, it's not just about their units, it's about their family members too who sacrificed. So I now ask all the family members to please stand and be recognized. Here they are over here. Once again, thank you to all the award winners for your outstanding contributions to Army aviation, our Army, and our nation.